done this, and I'm like, I'm better than them by 1%. That's the very wrong way to look. It's to look at what God expects you to do. There are potential that God has put inside of you. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that, I know this is not a church, but one of the things that makes me most serious the most, you get, I like sharing my philosophy. I believe that what we do is a product of our mindset. You get, what we do is a product of our beliefs. So if I share my belief with you, you cannot behave better. You get, if I share my better beliefs, you cannot behave better. One of the things that makes me most serious in life is not because my dad or my mom or whatever, is that the fact that one day I'm going to give an account of my life to God. It's not about having money right now. It's about the fact that God entrusts you with life on earth for like 70 years. And then you now decide, based on sentiment or whatever, now decide to now waste the 70 years, and then you now stand before God and then you give the experience. The truth is that you're not able to actually get the nerve and the guts to give an excuse to God when you are standing before Him. You get what I'm saying? So there are things that are going to make you behave better, make you more productive. And I can usually say that when you ask yourself intelligent questions, they are going to make more intelligent decisions. If you ask yourself intelligent questions, they are going to make more intelligent decisions. Now, one of the things that you have to ask yourself that, assuming that you are a year older today, happy birthday to you, whoever that person is, to ask yourself, what's the best use of this new year? Do you get? What's the best use of this Friday? There are people that should be here that are just scrolling on TikTok and they are missing this conference. Whereas, if you look at the scale of preference, this conference benefits them more. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that at every point in your life, one thing that is going to keep you up is that God trusts you. It is scary. Let me scare you. That God trusts you. For God to stand is like there's a war going on, and then they now send some soldiers believing that they can save their country, and now put them there. And the soldiers are now going there to go and be playing video games. Does it make any sense? That's what we literally do when we are wasting our time. You get, one thing I would like you to do away with at the end of this conference, something called sentiment. Sentiment in making decisions, sentiment in choosing relationships, sentiment in choosing where to be. There are people that are not here because their friends want them to watch a particular series and they can watch anytime. But this conference only does today. And that's it for the year. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that success is a measure of what you have achieved so far compared with what God expects of you. If you are celebrating yourself too much, one way to make yourself more humble is to go and kneel down to God and let Him talk to you. You now see that, yes, He's proud of you to an extent, but there is more, like you say. There is more. There is always more. You get, so, and people that are young and that are proud, I'm like, okay. And then we'll come to the matter of vision, which is what I will talk about. And I really feel like Mr. Adorable looked at my note. You share this slide to her. Nothing like it's fine. Like, you know that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are writing the same similar things, and they copied. So that's the first point. So success is a measure of what you have achieved so far compared with what God expects of you. And success is predictable. For instance, there are people that growing up in secondary school, there are people that you just look at them say, okay, and then you just that they're very, very serious. Don't look that they'll come out first. You don't need to, like, there's no point. You get what I'm saying? The way they are older, they'll ask them, list one example, dimension 5. You get, they'll give assignment on Friday, hospital did on Monday morning. Then before they go back home on Friday, they have done it there. So you just look at them and be like, oh guys, this guy, a very funny story. In my tone level, the particular course I did poorly in, I have a study mate. Particular course I did poorly, me and my study mate did poorly in the course. And me, I know that course, I want to take the course so that my students will get discouraged there. That particular course, I know I did not prepare for it well. So when I saw the score, I was like, come on, now, you move. But my friend, he had a poor score. And that is poor score, whether my own poor score. I followed my friend to house to go and ask for remarking. I know this my because I could beat my friend and say that guy did not have that score. You get what I'm saying? So success is predictable. There are habits, there are values, there are disciplines that somebody is carrying out, that routines that somebody is carrying out. Don't know that the person is going somewhere. There's no point being, you get, one thing I don't like is being fake. You get what I'm saying? Because fake things don't last to start with. Like your Rimo code that scored last week. Yeah, so success is very predictable. You get what I'm saying? There are people that are there down here, and you just want to look at them. You just know that they are focused, they are disciplined, they make choices rationally. They don't just make emotional decisions. You know that they are going somewhere. So you can be that person too. All you just need is just to change your habit. You guys say that success is 2 steps: know the price and then pay the price. It's that simple. It's like math. You follow the steps step by step. You should have the correct answer, right? It might not be that easy, but at least that's what they say. So the next thing is success leaves clues. Meaning that if you look at people that are successful, you can pick out things in their life that you can learn from. That's the thing. there's this tendency of shying away from people that are doing well. And it's a very bad mentality. I myself had to repent from it. For instance, one of the hacks I use in school, that's Austin, is that I know that with everything I'm doing, I'm not the top of my class. I agree. But it's not that at the top of the class, they are my friends, whether they like it or not. You get what I'm saying? But what I came to realize is that if I'm using I am school now for instance as an example, I realize that if you stay away from people that know what they know, you don't know what they know if you are far from them. Like what they know, what is in their head will not enter your own head if you are far from them. Do you get? So I'm saying that success leaves clues. You can look at people that are successful and then learn from them and then just copy what they are doing and then you get it is very, you get what I'm saying? You see, I think is always going for there is something to just learn, you get? Because one of the things that makes you not to grow fast is that you are not paying attention. That's the thing. One thing that makes people not want to grow, they are not paying attention. I think that Pastor Austin is very zealous. He's not doing play. He's very zealous. You get like this week now, I think he has like plenty sessions. It's out for impact. You cannot decide, okay now, as Austin is Dr. Tim's mentor, and he's always, out for impact. You get, they now choose to be doing anything, clean your room or anything that, you get what I'm saying? The point is that success leaves clues. You can look at somebody that is succeeding in something and learn from them. Next slide, please. A quote from Brian Tracy says, if you learn what successful people know and practice what they practice, you become more successful. If you learn what successful people know and you practice what they practice, you become more successful. Powerful stuff. That this, like Mr. Now, is a public speaker and a coach in that matter. So there are things about public speaking that she knows, stage management, all that thing that she's teaching me now. Yes, I'm talking fast. After now, she'll come and quarrel with me. Very sorry. But if you learn what she learns and then you practice what she practices, you are going to be more successful at what public speaking. You get, you want to be a writer, and easier to be a writer. Follow writers. See how they are writing, see how they construct their words, see how they space out their books. Just observe. You get, in the book Mike Murdoch wrote called The Law of Recognition. Just recognize what is making them stand out. So if you learn what they know and you practice what they practice, you become more successful. It's a guy that is winning souls in your church more than you. Meet him. I met him once. What is the reason behind this your prayer? What is you get? Don't be. I don't know. People that want to be serious will be serious. You get what I'm saying? Of young people that want to be serious will be serious. So if this guy is serious, he's making money, or he's making A's, or he's writing books. It seems like common sense. Just look and meet them and be like, how are you doing it? You learn what they learn and you practice what they practice, you are going to be more successful in that area. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Great. So let's talk about the 3 V's of greatness now. The 3 V's of greatness and success. This is what we'll end with. Alright. I want to hit on vision, but coincidentally, it's a very quick to my notes. So it's fine. We'll talk later after now. Alright, so the 3 V's of greatness, I came up with this, and number 1 is vision. Number 2 is valid information, and number 3 is values. Very, very important. You don't forget these things. I think you can take a picture of that. Number 1 is what? Number 1 is what?
Vision.
Number 1 is what?
Vision.
Number 2 is what?
Valid information.
And number 3 is what?
Value.
Now, I said it before that what it takes to be great is to know the price and pay the price. So they tell you that this is what it takes to be great. What you just need to do is to start having this. Have a vision, try to get valid information, and then try to have values, what I would call foundational values. There is no great man, there is no great organization without foundational values. And when I get there, I'll just talk about it. Okay? But talking about vision now. Vision, she defines vision as sight, right? And it has a very beautiful definition. Vision is the act of seeing. Simple now. There's this pathway in medicine called the optic pathway. Yes. Vision is the act of seeing. But the question is, how far can you see? You get, Pastor Austin was preaching yesterday, and then we're talking about Lazarus, right? And the rich man. Lazarus desired what? The crumbs. So what he envisioned was what? Crumbs. Like, like she said, like in spoken word, actually say that your mind is how when you talk about your mind, using your mind to achieve greatness, you get, I would have died, like you said, gone to the grave with plenty of ideas and all that kind of things. But now you're alive with your mind, and you can use your mind to tap into things. But the thing is that you are supposed to envision great things. You can't become great if you don't envision greatness. You get the point? You can't become great if you don't envision greatness. So the Lazarus story now, the Lazarus guy was just, and it is sad. For me, that is one of the saddest stories in the Bible. That you have a mind now that can imagine anything. Can imagine being in Paris, can imagine being in Canada, can imagine making impacts right across the world, speaking, writing books that goes everywhere, doing your spoken words everywhere, doing your public speaking everywhere. You can imagine it is, you are free, you don't pay tickets to imagine to be in a place or to do stuff. And then Lazarus, his biggest desire, according to the Bible, was to do what? Eat crumbs. Which can just desire something else. You get what I'm saying? And then show how, okay, it's still fine. Which one has to do with imagination? Great. Which one has to do with imagination as well? So your mind is for you to imagine stuff. You get so. Well, which one has to do with imagination? So I'm saying that I heard from my pastor a couple of days back that I should have thinking time. Back then I was like, which one is thinking time again? Which one is thinking time? I should now take time and be thinking. But now I've understood better. Oh, Father Lord. We'll talk about it. But vision has to do with imagination. You sit down and imagine the life you want. People say that when you imagine too much, you're building castles in your head. Yes, that's how castles start. Castles start. It's first in the head, then on the paper, then on the ground. So imagine stuff. You see, like my brother now posting BMWs. You will get it. You get. So you get what you keep imagining constantly. You get what I'm saying? What you keep imagining constantly, you eventually get it. So vision has to do with imagination. Question is how. Question is how, why can you imagine? Imagine why. You are free to imagine for. I don't know how to read this point, but that mindset of I just want to just do it small. Why do it small when you can do it big? You get what I'm saying? Why do it small when you can do it big? Even if you want to do something small, get the mindset I want to start small, but have a big vision. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like I want to just start small, and that's actually cool. But what's in my head is big. I want to be teaching home lessons now. What's in my head is to open different schools. You get? I want to be writing small poems now. What's in my head now is to have many blogs and get because God has put everything that you need inside of you to be great. The reason why you know Chimamanda Ngozi now, I think that's the name. The writer, great. It's because she writes. Does she play ball? Likely not. The reason why you know is because she writes. There are many people that are sitting here that write, but you don't have a vision that your books can go across the world. That's one award, Abi. That's one award, I think so. I think she wrote a book recently this year. What book was that?
Dream Count.
Dream Count. I'm saying that you are a writer here, and just so you know that there are people that are writers. For instance, Shakespeare. If you know Shakespeare, raise your hand. No, you don't know him. You just know his work. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you know that maybe I can't sing. I can't like me now. I can't play ball. But you see this writing. You write Macbeth. You be wondering why you even leave his house. Because you know that his greatness is inside that thing that God has given him. So you just envision that I'll just be writing and my books will go out. You get? If you one thing I like to do is to listen to interviews of great men. Now let me say something that will be very sad. Why is it that Donald Trump will come to Nigeria and all the interviewers will go and interview him? That's when he comes to Calabar, and even in Calabar, somebody has interviewed you. No offense, no, don't worry, don't just think about it. The thing is that people that are great, what's making them great, largely, is their mindset. And when they talk, they tell you three things: their vision, they tell you valid information, and they tell you their values. Does it make sense? Yes. So if you can be inspired by their vision, if you can learn from their valid information, and then you can copy some of their values, they're going to become great too. Does this sound simple now? Yes, you can say it again. If you can be inspired, and you don't want to inspire because you don't want to go and be doing Tesla, or it can inspire you. You can be inspired by their vision, then learn from their valid information, and then copy some of their values. Because our values that are general, something like diligence is general. You get? Then you can become great too. That's why people that are great are interviewed. Aliko Dangote, Jeff Bezos, and the rest of them. The rest of them. They are interviewed because when they start talking, talk about this how we began, Facebook, this how we began, and then it can inspire you, you can learn from them, and you can copy some values, and then you see that you become great too. Alright? Great. So next slide. Vision has to do with thinking, very important. So how high can you think? How high can you think? I said this thing before, that if your vision does not scare you, it's not vision enough. If your vision is not so big that it scares you, it's not vision enough. No, God said that as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways. Meaning that it is not a God vision if it is making you comfortable. It's not a God vision if it's making you at rest. It's not. You get what I'm saying? I've thought until my head is aching me. I was feeling like I was the only one that was going through that. Until I now listened to an interview with Elon Musk, and it was like he used to think until it feels like bleeding. Thinking is work. Thinking is the most important work. Brian Tracy's quote. Thinking is the most important work. You get so vision has to do with thinking. Something like how high can you think? I'm saying thinking, now you're thinking small, you're thinking rice, thinking bread, you're thinking 2 A's, and then that's all. You think bigger, right? You're going to be more successful and great. So let's think that's all I've got. There's anything other thing there? Okay, yeah, dare to dream big. High achievers are big dreamers. Dare to dream big. High achievers are big dreamers. I don't know how to hit this very quickly, but anybody that I've been, one of the things I decided to do from last year down to this year and for the rest of my life is to study people who are great. Study people who are great and study organizations that are great. You get, and from some people that I realized that they were big dreamers. Was Joseph that was dreaming about his brothers buying down him and being a ruler. He dreamt it until he became it. So if I ask you, what are your dreams now? It's not there. Mr. Derebo mentioned where would you like to be in 5 years? Especially you've heard it in movies, you heard it in different places. But if you don't have a journal where you've written down what you want to be in 5 years, it's a clear sign of unseriousness. A clear sign that you're not preparing for greatness. A clear sign that you're not ready to build a great life. In Dolph Club, we teach that one of the first signs you get that somebody wants to be great is that they have a journal. You can argue it if you want. Well, I have enough, information and statistics to prove it. It was said that Michael Jackson's diary was found, and he wrote down what he wanted to become. He became the king of pop, but he'd be dancing and people will be falling under the power. He'd be dancing and people should be falling. Yeah, once he's on stage, people literally faint. I think I saw that in Michael Jackson, I saw that in P Square Brothers. Yeah, when they start singing, people just run mad. He wrote it down. Greatness will not stumble on your lap. Do you get what I'm saying, Elizabeth? Greatness will not stumble on your lap. So if you notice, they always write that thing down. Always. So write the vision, make it plain, so that he that sees it may run. You can't run with nothing. And if you don't run, you cannot achieve anything. Alright, so dare to dream big. So the next 3 things, I don't think it's in the slide. Is it there? Yeah. You see the slide, like you don't copy my name. Alright, so vision is the ability to close your eyes and imagine the future that does not yet exist. Beautiful. Vision is the ability to close your eyes and imagine the future that does not yet exist. Living in Mars, going to the moon, I think it was on Sunday or so, I don't know what I was discussing, that said that somebody is doing ching that you are doing, but somebody's ching is paying people, employing people, meaning me. You get? So, even if your business begins, I think this was Mr. Peter that said this thing, even if your business is beginning as a table market, if you don't have a global vision, your business will not go far. You get what I'm saying? The vision is the ability to close your eyes and imagine the future that does not yet exist. You just think, can I go to the moon? And people are writing on that one now. Can I go to Mars? That's already happening. Can I just put this business in different, can I package this in a different way? You get, God is a creator. His children should be creative too. So you should sit down and think of things to create value. There are things that 10 years ago they did not exist. People created them. One way to make impact in the world is to create value. I not say to just give value, to create value. Something that never existed before. There are things that will be invented this year that have never been there. You get, Facebook is less than 2 decades old. You get what I'm saying? So you can sit down and think. God gave you a brain and a mind to think. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that the glory of a young man is in his strength. But by the time you don't have a vision, just be wasting your strength on nonsense. You get what I'm saying? So vision is the ability to close your eyes and imagine the future that does not yet exist. Interesting. Okay? Let us move. A vision is a mental picture of who you desire to be, what you desire to do, and things you desire to have. Let us keep. Time is going. You cannot become great and successful without a clear vision. Great. I'll just my notes now to wrap up. Now, the next V was what? Valid information. Now, to just, I usually hear this thing that no knowledge is a waste. Now, it is true to a particular context. But when somebody wants to read for an NB medical exam and is reading a book on ethic language, is he going to pass that exam or not? Just follow me. At every stage in your life, there are valid information that you need to go to the next level. Do you get? Mr. Drebo said something I would like to quote. Say that growth happens, I'm paraphrasing now. Growth happens when knowledge meets action. Right? Growth happens when knowledge meets action. So to be more, you need to know more. You get? To be more, you need to know more. To grow, you need to know. You get what I'm saying? So valid, I don't that talk of knowledge. People are watching TikTok the entire day, and their TikTok algorithm is not even fine-tuned for what they already want. Like Benson now, if you go to his IG now, you just see video editing, BMW cars, video editing again, cars again. So you get what I'm saying? So he did it by himself. But somebody else out there that just watching TikTok the entire day, and the TikTok now, it is not streamlined to what they want. It is a waste. I don't know, but for me, it's a waste too. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not anything like not pushing you closer to your vision and your goals. It's a waste to me. You get what I'm saying? So, valid information, you need to know to grow. If you know better, you will do better and be better. If you know better, you will do better and be better. Because everybody here has achieved results based on what they know. So if you can know better, you can actually do better and become a better person. You get? So we are saying read books, we are saying attend conferences, we are saying join webinars and seminars, be part of places like Dove Club. It's so that you can, because it's a school. It was my friend Bill Clinton that said that a school is anywhere where there is a flow of knowledge. It doesn't have to be your classroom. A school is anywhere where there is what? A flow of knowledge. So in a group chat where you are learning stuff, that's a school. You get? You can be homeschooled. Your mother can train you on stuff. That's a school. You get? You can join CLA, you can join Star Speaking Class, West Africa, you can join all these things. And then you'll be taught. A school is anywhere where there is a flow of knowledge. But then, if you don't have a vision, you will not even know the right knowledge to take. You get what I'm saying? Yes. Somebody wants to be a better public speaker, will be listening to public speakers, getting books on public speaking and all that. You get? But the question is, do you have a vision first? Next thing, then now valid information. The last thing, as a wrap up, is values. Very, very important. Values. Also, out of time, there are plenty of values that I've realized that people that are great have. There's no time to talk about it, but in Dove Club we'll talk about it. But just like that, you cannot be great without clear foundational values. You cannot be great without clear foundational values. I think that's the sentence I'll take for that. You cannot be great without what? Clear foundational values. So if you are here and you do not have values listed out in your journal, you are not preparing for greatness. There should be something you stand for. I've listened to several interviews about Amazon and I've listened plenty. And one thing I've realized is that for their business brand, they have core values, what they stand for. I'm not just doing stuff. So if you are here and you have a business, you should list out, this is what we stand for. You get what I'm saying? And then as a person, this is what we stand for. So for now, I'm focusing on personal productivity. I love list out a couple of values I've realized that is common to people that are great. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So I want to explain them. Just write them down and then we'll be done with this session. Are we learning?
Yes, sir.
Great. So now this is for your personal productivity now. There are certain values that are common, people that are great. Now you don't have to have all of them, but if you have none of them, you can't be great. You get the point? You might not have all of them, but if you lack almost all of them, you cannot be great. So there are plenty on my list, but I think one thing I will just say is humility. People that are proud will not go far. Proud goes before, pride goes, pride goes before what? Before. I like using NLT. Pride goes before what? Before. People that are proud will not go far because pride impedes growth. Pride will make you not to, will make you feel like you cannot learn anymore. You get what I'm saying? So pride, people that are proud will not go far. So I just said that it takes humility to be teachable, and it takes what? Teachability to learn, and it takes learning to grow. You get the sequence? It takes humility to be teachable, it takes teachability to learn, and it takes learning to grow. So the point is that if you're not humble, you're not teachable. If you're not teachable, you can't learn new stuff, and if you don't learn new stuff, you can't grow. You get the secret. So people that are not humble cannot grow. That's one value. Talking about values now, right? So values is what? Humility. Humility. And that one is focus. This one is how to deal with it. Even till now, focus. People are distracted. One thing that makes people distracted is TikTok. Now, you can keep your opinions to yourself, but yes, if you are doing medicine, we can talk. You're not doing medicine, or you've not done neuroscience, you've not done neurophysiology, you've not done brain psychology, all those things, then you don't have what to even say. So the argument will be pointless. I'm saying that from my research, I realized that one thing that makes you more distracted is too much of reels. If you spend 18 hours, people do it. Go on in their look. You spend 18 hours daily watching 30 seconds reels. Your attention span is going to be less than an average man's attention span. And especially if they are just random. When you're shaking, this one is doing this one is doing. There is no, you can experiment with your life, like my pastor will say. Another thing I want to see is optimism. One thing I've noticed from people that are great and successful, they are very optimistic. That's not being a complainer, it's not about people that are great. Small things just happen, and like this morning now, people that are very pessimistic, very negative. As a person, if you are very negative, like, I don't talk to you twice. You get that one encounter with you that has already, I don't like it. You get every single, now I'm a counselor and I have to actually put up with it a whole lot. But even in that by counseling, there are people that know that I try to encourage you, they try to discourage me from encouraging you. So you get, so there is a level, all my empathy will just, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that optimism is one thing I've seen. There are things like, was it Jeff Bezos? Who they make Amazon? Jeff Bezos was saying that they were running losses. They will lose like billions of naira and they'll still be happy. Yay, we lost billions. I'm like, man, let me replay this interview. There's always excitement. You get what I'm saying? So that is the value that people are great have. Diligence, that was non-negotiable. Diligence, if you are diligent in your business, you will stand before kings. So standing before kings means that you will be great. You get. Another thing is loyalty. People that they don't have loyalty, they'll not be great. You get, because they're not loyal and they're not trustworthy. Another thing is resilience. Resilience, like being tough. Being tough, because not to be great, you have challenges. You get, like people that are in ministry, that are in businesses, things will just hit you. You get, things will just hit you, but if you're resilient, you will still push through. Another thing is discipline. Another thing is accountability. Discipline, accountability. Another thing is integrity, and then I'll end with one last one: gratitude. Gratitude, and the reason I'm ending gratitude is because it's a personal thing to me. There are people that are not grateful for what they have. Right? You cannot appreciate. You cannot improve what you don't appreciate. You get? You cannot improve what you don't appreciate. So they are in a church, and then the church is helping you grow spiritually, and you are not grateful to God for that church. You'll still be out. Not you in Jesus' name, right? But that person will still be out. You get, you have a mentor and then you don't regard the mentor. He talks to you and then there's no thank you. You just put thanks as TNX. Yeah. Put it, right? It's ingratitude. You get, so anything that you are not grateful for, you are going to lose it. And it even goes down to you. You have potentials. You can write, you can sing, you can speak, you can teach. And then you do not value it enough to share to the world. You don't appreciate it. You're not grateful to God for it. What's going to happen is that it will not take you where it should have taken you. You get, everybody has potential. Everybody has potential. The fact that you're not working on it does not mean that you don't have it. It just means that you don't recognize it. You get, you cannot improve what you don't recognize. You cannot improve what you don't appreciate. You get, whatever you don't appreciate, you don't appreciate. So your writing will get rusty because you're not grateful to God that you're a writer. You get, you can speak, you can teach, you can draw, you can paint, you can sing, you can bake, you can do something. Nobody here was left empty. Alright, so we think with this, we've come to the end of this session. Alright, so just as a summary, so that you want to be great, there are two ways to be great. You just find the price and pay the price. And this is it. Have a vision, right? Get valid information and then build foundational values. Okay? If you have these three things, then you are good to go. You know what I'm saying? I really believe in everybody here that we can all be great. You get, and we don't need to fight each other to be great. Yes, he can be a great public speaker, can be a great tutor, he can be a great leader, he can be a great evangelist, etc., etc. There are many stars in the sky, and they're not colliding, so there's space for us to shine. Right, so Dove Club and every of our guests in the house today, I'm saying that we can all shine, and there's room for everybody here to shine. Let's just keep shining. Thank you very much.